Sweet Science Brothers coming to you live from NYC. What up, YouTube boxing fans? It's your boy Yav, and I'm here to talk to you today about Amir Khan. And not only Amir Khan specifically, I'm going to talk specifically about Amir Khan, but I want to focus on his horrible management and the terrible decisions that his team has made, and like the miscalculations, dangerous miscalculations that they've done with Amir Khan's career. Okay, I'm an Amir Khan fan. I've said it before. I like Amir Khan. I really like Amir Khan a lot. Like I said in my previous video, our channel is new, and I haven't made a lot of videos about Amir Khan because, like I said in the previous video, he hasn't done much worth talking about in the last 2.5 years or so. But this situation that he's placed himself in by electing to fight Canelo, this situation is really tragic. I think Amir Khan, the thing with Amir Khan is that he had a mandatory, he was the mandatory against Danny Garcia for the WBC welterweight championship. Amir Khan has never been the welterweight champion. He hasn't done anything at welterweight at all, except for masterclassing Devon Alexander, which was very good. But other than that, he's done absolutely nothing at welterweight, right? So he has this opportunity for a major fight, high stakes, with Danny Garcia, a man who knocked him out. Okay, so that would have been a chance to get revenge for his loss, and it would have been a title shot, and it would have been a massive fight, a big payday. Everyone was going to tune in to see that fight right there. And what's really tragic is that I felt, and anybody who knows anything about boxing who isn't like a Danny Garcia, one of his Puerto Rican fanboys or whatever, don't get me wrong, Danny Garcia is a hell of a fighter. I got lots of critiques on Danny, but at the end of the day, he's a good fighter, and he's proven himself quite a few times. But the thing is, I felt like Amir Khan was beating the shit out of him until he got knocked out. I felt like Amir Khan was beating the shit out of him, dominating him. Danny Garcia was up against a guy who was a totally higher class of boxer than he was. It's just that he's chinny. He's chinny, and Danny Garcia has a hell of a punch, and he laid his ass out, and he won the fight. Nobody can take that away from Danny. But I'm just reiterating that Amir Khan was beating the shit out of him, dominating him, masterclassing his face, okay, with like 3 to 4 piece combinations, clean, moving, and he got caught and he got knocked out. Danny Garcia won the fight. My point is that Amir Khan, with discipline and focus, has the capacity not only to beat Danny Garcia, but to completely masterclass him, humiliate him, and make him look god-awful. He has the God-given talent to do that to Danny Garcia, avenge his loss, and become the WBC welterweight champion. And that would have put him in such a great position because, first of all, the Danny Garcia fight is huge. It's not as big as the Canelo fight, but it's almost exactly as big. Okay? I don't give a damn what anyone says. Canelo, everyone's like, oh, Canelo's the face of boxing, this, that, and a third, and it's like, wait a second here. Like, Danny Garcia is doing 6 million views on TV. 5 million, 4 million, whatever. It's a lot of views. It was a huge fight. Him and Amir Khan was a massive fight. I think just as big as Canelo. He wouldn't have made as much, but he would have made close. I think he would have made 5 million fighting Danny Garcia. Now, you're making 8 million fighting Canelo, but the thing is, you could beat Danny Garcia, and I don't think he has a chance against Canelo. He's just too small. He's a far better boxer than Canelo. He has better boxing skills than Canelo. It's just he's way too small for Canelo. So my point is this. he had this huge chance to become the WBC welterweight champion if he beat Danny Garcia. That fight alone was massive. Not as big as the Canelo fight, but almost as big. You know, almost. It's not like the Canelo fight is so much bigger. It's a little bit bigger. But he had a huge opportunity for a massive fight, avenging his loss, getting the WBC title. And it would have strengthened his hand, because he would have, had he not chosen to fight Canelo and opted to train for Danny Garcia, right, and won that fight. First, that would have been a big payday on its own. Secondly, it would have put him in position to fight the Sean Porter versus Keith Thurman winner. And it would have also given him more strength at the negotiating table for Kell Brook, because, you know, from what I heard, Amir Khan wanted an 80-20 split, and Kell Brook didn't accept that. Had Amir Khan won the WBC title, he's already the A side, but it would have strengthened his hand all the more. You understand? So Amir Khan had the chance to, you know, go ahead and defeat Danny Garcia, right? Possibly take like a light touch fight after, and then he could have fought the winner of Keith Thurman and Sean Porter. And the Kell Brook fight is always there for him. All of these fights are big money fights, and he could have ended up being the undisputed welterweight champion in the process of all of this. So it's really crazy. It's really outrageous, you know, that he opted to do this. It's such a stupid move in my part. And this is the thing about Amir Khan. You know, this idiot is really, you know, he signed with Al Heyman, right? But I think it's like the people who manage Amir Khan, it's really his father. That guy, Shah Khan or whatever, his stupid ass bucktooth dad. You know, this guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Like, he's managing Khan. Khan has like a different team. Al Heyman, he signed with Al Heyman like all the other Golden Boy fighters when Golden Boy imploded. But he's different. He's not like the other Al Heyman fighters. As you can see, he's fighting on HBO. You know, and we know that Al Heyman was involved, so he signed off on that. Well, and now, this is the interesting thing, right? So Al Heyman doesn't sign off on Adrian Broner to go fight somebody on HBO, like Manny Pacquiao or somebody else, despite the fact that those negotiations fell apart anyway. But I'm saying, you know, Timothy Bradley, there's so many guys on HBO that his fighters could fight, right? And he doesn't allow them to do that, but he allows Amir Khan. You know, and Amir Khan thinks Al Heyman's doing him favors. He's not doing you favors, bro. Danny Garcia is his golden goose right now, so he got rid of you. You know what I'm saying? By letting Khan go to HBO and fight a guy 2 divisions heavier than him who's gonna outweigh him by 30 pounds, all Al Heyman is doing is just getting Khan out of the fucking way so Danny Garcia could just live the dream. You know, and that's all it is. And I know the thinking behind Khan's team. This is what they're thinking, and it's absolutely stupid when you hear it out loud what they're thinking. So Amir Khan's team is thinking, oh, you know, because he's getting, from the rumors I heard, he's getting $8 million to fight Canelo, which is a big payday. But the thinking is this: oh, we'll fight Canelo, get this big payday, and if we lose, it doesn't matter because he's so much bigger than us anyway. So people aren't really going to hold it against me. But this is what this idiot doesn't understand. Or his stupid team, I don't think they get it. You could be damaged goods and forever be destroyed in boxing from this fight, man. This is like a crazy... You're risking your health, your well-being, and the future of your career by fighting a guy that big. You know, this isn't a joke here. Like, he could get seriously hurt. I mean, do you remember how James Kirkland got knocked out? You're never going to see that guy again. I don't think so. You know, and if you do, it's going to be like Angulo. Remember what happened to Angulo after he fought Lara? Angulo was beating the shit out of Lara. It was all competitive, but then he got stopped. Lara hit him with a big shot, and he was never the same after that fight. And James Kirkland is never going to be the same after that fight. And, you know, listen, you could take a savage beating in that ring and never be the same. You could be one, you know, and I think that's going to happen to this guy. I think he's going to get knocked out cold in the first 5-6 rounds, Or if he's really boxes well and is focused, he might make it to like the 9th round, you know? But I think he's going to get knocked out. And I think he's going to get knocked out badly, and it's going to affect him. And this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm trying to say. After getting knocked out like that, Amir Khan is under the assumption that he's just going to get back in the welterweight division and start winning a couple of soft touches, and he's going to get a shot at the title. And it's like, bro, you're not. They don't want to listen. Danny Garcia and his team don't want to fight you. Angel Garcia has said They don't want nothing to do with Amir Khan. They don't want to fight you. They don't care about you. And the only reason that fight was going to happen was because the WBC mandated that fight, and you threw that away by opting to fight Canelo. And as for Keith Thurman or Sean Porter, you know, they might give you a fight for a big payday, but I don't think Al Heyman's going to let that rock either. Honestly, I don't. So, and the Kell Brook fight, let me tell you, after you get slept by Canelo, you're not going to be the A side, bro. Or even if you are still the A side, it's not going to be no 80-20. It's going to lower your value. Despite that, you're not going to come out of getting knocked out by Canelo with the same value that you have now. It's not going to happen. Khan's team is under the assumption that, you know, just because Canelo is bigger, that getting knocked out by him and losing to him is not going to affect Khan's career. It's going to affect his career. It's going to affect his marketability. It's going to affect his ability to compete at the high level, and it may destroy him. And that's what I don't understand. Like, it's crazy, you know. And from what I heard, the Kell Brook fight was very lucrative, close to the lucrativity of this fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, you're taking $8 million, you know, and you're gonna get fucking you're just fighting a guy who's gonna be like 175, 180 pounds night of the fight. And like I said in the previous video, I know I'm ranting here, but it's like, what bothers me the most about this fight is that, like, all the casuals and the dumbass fans that don't know anything, they're gonna be like excited. They're gonna want to see this fight, and it's gonna do well. It's two big names. From a business standpoint, I understand the selection of Amir Khan. I understand it, but at the same time, it's such a like huge size difference. I mean, I can't believe that people are not more upset about this fight. You know, it is what it is. This is your boy Al from the Sweet Science Brothers, coming to you live from NYC. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.